Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Close to the Sun. It's supposedly like kind of a mix between Myst and Bioshock. And I'll admit, I've never actually played an official Myst game. I tried the first one a little bit, I tried a little bit of Riven, but I never got that far into them. But I played the heck out of Bioshock. Shell, on the other hand, my fiancée, is huge on both of these games. Well, mainly Myst. Sorry. She'd be huge on Bioshock if she played it. But, I don't know. Let's take a look at it. And then the blackness consumed. Oh, wait, no, there's actually a loading screen. I just can't see it on my monitor, just the recording. That's disconcerting. Oh, no, we're fine. The Brilliance of Ada.
My dear sister, I left you suddenly and without warning. For that, and so much more to come, I apologize. I didn't board the Helios knowing what would happen, only that pursuing my research could change the world. And we did! Just not in the way I'd imagined. Not yet, anyway. I want to explain everything now, so that you'd see that there is nothing to fear. You've always tried to protect me, my big sister, but this was meant to be. It's now my turn to protect you, if only so that things unfold the way they are meant to. Time and necessity has kept us apart, but that is about to change. We need you here aboard the Helios with me. I've enclosed a receiver, and as the name implies, it can receive signals through which we will communicate. I know little of this will make any sense right now, but I also know that you will keep your promise. I love you. Your sister, Ada.
Pretty light on details there, Ada. You leave without warning, and now need me aboard the Helios? What aren't you telling me?
Okay, so first and foremost, let's see. Oof, mouse sensitivity. What is going on? I don't know. It just alt-tabbed for some reason. Okay. Turn this up to like, let's do 1.2? Okay, audio. So we want to turn down music and effects pretty considerably, and then I'm going to turn everything else up. That should work? Okay, and graphics are... I knew something looked weird. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so that should be better. Now, unfortunately, I got to turn the audio back up. When I launched this game, it like just immediately blasted my ears with just loud, like, Unreal Engine music. I always hated when games do that. Like, balance your audio better, devs, please. Anyway, welcome aboard. Please wear the official Helios outfit provided by Wardenclyffe. Please leave your luggages and personal belongings in the shuttle. Everything will be automatically transferred to your personal room once assigned. Yeah, I still want to turn that mouse sensitivity up. Okay, that's better. Rose Archer. The Helios, a triumph of engineering for the advancement of science. Join the Helios crew. Apply at your local Wardenclyffe office. I like the artistry of this already. It looks nice. Ooh, that is a nice sync. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that, oh shoot, Echo game that I played a while back. How do I, okay. I'm so used to pressing E to interact, not left click.
Esteemed Wardenclyffe guest, we will shortly be approaching the Helios. For safety reasons, we ask that you enter the observation cabin located atop the shuttle. Docking once all passengers are secured. Thank you.
Hope the docking works better than these automated announcements.
Le Petit Parasette. Sorry, Le Petit... Space French is still super rusty. Anyway, so British Navy in pursuit of the Helios. Alleged kidnapping of prominent British mathematician has the world on edge. Hand him over, says the Prime Minister. Wardenclyffe denies wrongdoing, claims that Maxwell joined voluntarily. International group of diplomats rally to calm rising tensions. Disconcerting. The Helios, eighth wonder of the world, conquering new scientific frontiers under the guidance of Nikola Tesla himself. Invent and innovate without artificial limitations of capital or politics. Anything else? No. Do we go this way? Don't think so. Other way it is. Anything in service? No. Okay, so we might as well be courteous and close the door. In retrospect, I should probably look at some things here while we're here. Okay, so don't go up there, whatever this is. This is a shuttle? Looks more like a tugboat. Might be. I don't know. Can I just go through either of these doors? Okay, so I guess I'm going to be a rude guest and rude desk. I'm just gonna leave that other door open for reasons. Wait, why wasn't I not able to open the what? Why did I have to go to the front to go around to the back when this door would have served perfectly? I have no idea. Oh, there it is. Well, it doesn't seem to be... Nothing seems to be wrong with it. At least not yet. Hello? How do I get in here? Ah, there we go. Press button to commence docking procedure. Well, I gotta admit, it looks cool. This is what Volcanoids wants to look like. And is getting close to, but this looks nice. Well, fade to black. I guess we dock somehow. No, I guess... Okay. Why did I need to manually do this? Are we literally the only person on this little tug? Well, Federico Bellingari, your art direction is on point. This game looks pretty nice already. I'm gonna be honest, there's something incredibly creepy about this ship right now. I think it's the fact that it's all shrouded in rain and stuff. Like, I wonder what cruise ships look like, or tankers. Well, that's one way to board a ship. You'd think you'd actually have the, You'd think you'd actually have it on the backside of the ship, not the front. But I guess not. I know nothing about boats. I really don't. I probably should, but I don't. Visitors and new arrivals often lose their something or other. Well, never mind. The border of Hermes. For the Helios and establish communication with Ada.
I thought the great Helios would be more... busy? I guess Ada didn't tell anyone I was coming.
Oh wow, you really have to get up close to those ladders to even engage. I kinda wish you'd just like automatically start climbing ladders if you're facing them and moving towards them. Guess not. Creepy.
The Helios. A scientific endeavor that cruises in luxury while the rest of the world is left to fend for itself.
So, inventing the tools of tomorrow, the Helios sails the ocean in between nations, always in development of new technologies. Welcome aboard the Helios. You're now walking within the largest ship ever built. Yeah, go figure. This place is gigantic. I'm loving the visual style. I do wish I moved a little bit faster, though. Like, this is sprinting. And it feels...
How am I supposed to get across?
turgid. Okay,
Seems
anything
like I'll
interesting?
have to let myself in.
Profile, the shiprat. Active spy. Isolate and eliminate. Okay. I'm gonna be kind of going fast here. Just because I do want to, well, I'd say I'd like to be going fast, but I'm actually observing a lot of these details. Probably more than I should. I'd like to go fast. Man, this is pretty.
Warden Cliff, a company distributing electricity to half of the world, and yet still hungers for that other half. Quarantine? What have you got yourself into, Ada? Great!
Well, looks like everybody was trying to leave in a hurry. Last time I saw this, it was Dead Island. I can hop over that, but is there anything else to look at in here? Not overwhelmingly. Okay. Hey, you can see the character's feet. It's actually kind of a nice outfit. Very in time. Can I? I'm gonna go into the graphics. Can I turn up the gamma a little bit? It is very dark. Not really. I guess I could try and turn down the shadow quality, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh wow, you really have to be like up close on these things. Oh, interesting. She'll like put her hand out, kind of, sort of.
Elevator up ahead.
Disable the 2 security overrides to activate the elevator. I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't know.
Hello? Anyone there?
At this point, I'd probably leave. I guess the door did close on me, so I couldn't leave, but like... This would be a good... Oh. Join him. Nikola Tesla with money. Interesting. Anything interesting here? Unfortunately, it's hard to see. The game is very dark. Let's see. Ehansk? Nope. Honestly, I prefer it if they actually, after this first, like, 1 or 2 locked doors, if they actually just stopped making...
This is Nikola Tesla speaking, and unless it wasn't already obvious, this ship is under strict quarantine. There is to be no movement on or off the Helios. And yet, here you are. Another one of Edison's spies, I presume. No matter. Movement throughout the ship has been restricted. Whether you are friend or foe, do watch your step.
Gee, thanks for the warm welcome. Now what have you done with my sister?
Oh, I have a zoom in button. Which, like, I feel like this game's already pretty zoomed in. Like, I really feel like I'm craning forward at all times. Youngwon's passport. Name Youngwon Choi. Could be Youngwon? I don't know. Date of birth. Korea. Departure from Seoul. He was a lab researcher. Length of visit indefinite. Spy connections. London Embassy. Wow. Looks like people really went off the rocker here. Interrogation subject. Andrzej Lechenko. Bishop Group. Huh. I get the feeling Tesla lost his marbles, which is actually, I want to say that's actually accurate. Like, I want to say Nikola Tesla was quite mad by the time he eventually passed away. Though there's some implication that, like, he was heavily drugged and a bunch of other things. But if I remember right, he's got one of those, like, weird deaths that everybody's, like, probably wasn't... Like, it probably was not fair play. In and how he died. I don't know. I'm no expert. It's the kind of thing that, like, I'd love to have elucidated someday, but that's probably one of those where it's like, conspiracy, Edison did it. Oh, guard our secrets and we will guard you. This is probably the thing. Okay, so there's some kind of clue for that one.
Confirmed Edison agents? Seems like their rivalry is alive and well.
I do have a jump. Holy crap, that is like a non-jump. Okay, so I don't see any immediate clues about how to open that thing. Let's try and cross the hall, see if there's anything else. Because we've got that one door open. Man, I really can't see anything in this game. Which is a shame. I realize it's supposed to be dark. Okay, so it's up on both here. And that's enough to get in.
Okay, one more to go.
Profile Vapor. Incoming threat. Matthias Ellis, Simon Alder, Ernest Hempson. Anything else? No. Well, let's look around. I mean, it seems like this is mostly a walking simulator with light puzzles. Maybe even interesting puzzles. We'll see. So, Internal Communication Division. Okay. The interrogation of researcher Becker had an immediate effect on the amount of cross-department chatter that contained sensitive information. Unfortunately, it also made the suspected Edison leak go silent. We are therefore no further along in our investigation over exactly what material has been compromised. I am hereby requesting that a more hands-on approach be taken in order to assure the continued safety of the Helios. We cannot afford another grand stage sabotage. Once is enough. I'm aware of how uncomfortable Mr. T is with these less sophisticated measures, but doing it in the old-fashioned way is sometimes the only option. And no bodies. It's just empty. Let's see. Edison denies espionage allegations. Accusations are merely circumstantial, claims Edison. Preparations for a countersuit is on its way. Wardenclyffe declines to comment. Tesla absent as preliminary hearings commence into accusations of Edison espionage. I do believe Edison was more on sabotage, both, like, character and otherwise. Like, if I remember right, he used... it's AC versus DC. I know that's the, that was one of the major things that they butted heads over. And that Edison specifically electrocuted an elephant just to, let's see. Tube message, don't worry, her research holds the key to everything.
Cryptic. Who is this message for?
Probably you. But yeah, unfortunately I do not know which was alternating current and which was direct current. But effectively, Edison was specifically trying to, like... Well, Edison wasn't even much of an inventor. The dude was more of a businessman with some inventions. That's a child, I think. Yeah, accompanied minor. David Bishop. Yes, he was 7 years old. And here for 7 days. Question mark. Nothing more. But yeah, oh, something more. Loose pages of a newspaper. Tesla's death ray to make war impossible. Nikola Tesla proposes to compel the world towards peace with the threat of immeasurable damage. His newly announced weaponry is about to go up for auction. It has nations all over the world scrambling for funds. Tesla's ship-mounted weaponry could annihilate an entire fleet. But yeah, if I remember right, most of his inventions were actually mostly through, like, people that worked for him, and to some degree stolen, I think, and then, like, most of his work was just discrediting his competition, so he just had the only remaining product. Which is a very American thing, which is unfortunate. Hello. Sylvia Bishop. Let's see. So she's 37. She was here for an art exhibition. And there's bugs. Okay, so this got grosser. Jackpot. InfoSec just sent a tube that corroborates the dates and places. He's an Edison spy, alright. Your gut instincts were right again. It's important that we make this one count. We need to tap him on all that he knows, whether he wants to sing or not. This is definitely a West-West situation. Feel free to get creative. Security Director DeRossi. Nikola Tesla recruits British intelligence officer to oversee information security aboard the Helios. Yet another high-profile scientist joins the ever-growing Helios crew. Sabotage attempt averted as Helios shuttle avoids ramming. What the? Is that a torture mask? I mean, obviously blood, but that mask is disconcerting. I don't like it. What you see here, what you do here, when you leave here, let it stay here. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any clues yet as to the directions these are supposed to be angled. That's all gone. Okay. Because, yeah, this one was up and up. Unless I have to get them to match. I don't know. I guess let's go across, back across to the other way. This game needs a sprint toggle or a faster sprint or something. Moving is... miserable. Like... It's very slow. Yep, got it. Okay, so it just had to match that other one. And nothing more.
Now to find Ada.
Profile armless. Suspected sleeper agent. Find confirming or eliminating evidence. And we have Anaya Patel. See, May 1855. She's Indian from Bombay, lab technician, and indefinite. Well, I like the immediate mystery that they present in this game. It's cool. The idea of this, like, you know, early... What is this? Ooh. Worn keycard used for the Helios entrance elevator. There we go.
Ah! What the hell? Hey! Hey! Shit.
Okay, that spooked me a little bit. The acoustics... Sorry, I'm being weirdly critical here. Fire from Prometheus. Well, that was fast. I wonder how many chapters there are for this game. This might actually be one of those that I could do a series on. If only due to how long it is. We will see. So I am here now. I mean, it looks like there's a massive amount of places that you can go on this ship. But they can't have made all of that. That's a bit much.
This is lead researcher Archer calling any survivors on this frequency. Is anyone out there?
What the?
I repeat, this is lead researcher Archer calling for any survivors on this frequency. Is anyone... Rose?
Ada!
Holy shit, Rose!
Ada!
What the hell are you doing here?
what? Ada, you told me to come. I've got your letter right here.
That doesn't make any sense. I didn't write you any letter, Rose. But never mind. There's been an accident. Or sabotage. It doesn't matter. We need to get off this ship.
That's what the quarantine is about? Ada, what the hell is going on?
Rose, listen very carefully. We really need to leave. It's spreading all...
Ada! Ada! Oh, come on. Maybe
Yeah, this really reminds me of Echo.
Somewhere up ahead.
Creepy environments, but beautiful. You know, kind of desolate. Very, like... I'm gonna say post-apocalyptic, but in a really weird way. And I don't know how to describe it, but, you know, it's this contrast between just, like, decadent beauty and just, like, oh, these are cool. Whoever did the art for this team must have had a lot of fun. Because, like, these technical drawings, I mean, they might actually be real things. I have no idea. They might actually just be, like, well, they're probably not, like, scans of the actual thing, but, like, could be reproductions. But even then, like, this looks nice. And I gotta give credit where credit is due. You know, sometimes you'll load up a game, I remember playing Subnautica and walking through the I guess the island, the overland segment, where they had a bunch of, like, pre-made plants and stuff that they just slapped down, and then they made some of their own, and it was super obvious which was new and which was not. I can't tell if any of this was Asset Store, or if, like, all of this is completely custom. I'm hoping it's custom, because it looks so good. Okay, let's go this way, because this looks like...
the Helios. Named after the sun itself, a source of almost unlimited power. This is a safe space for those with an open mind and a talent for the scientific arts to expand the limits of human endeavor. Away from prying eyes and cynical money men, here all that matters is progress as we reach for the very stars themselves. It is our floating home and the cradle of mankind's technological evolution. You walk within the very future of the human race, and you are most welcome.
Peaceful and neutral, unbound, unattached, uncommitted to the nation-states of the world. The Helios sails under its own banner. No anchor. Advancing humanity, one industry at a time. Oh, you know what this also reminds me of? Prey. Which, I mean, admittedly is very heavily based on BioShock. But...
What sort of nutjob builds a museum to themselves in their own house?
Egotist, that's what. The death ray is missing. Or is that the death ray? I have no idea.
This is the machine with which I intend to rid the world of war, once and for all. My dear death ray. It may seem contradictory that such a thing could promote peace, but possessed with this, none would even consider military action against us.
Is this a sound effect? I bet it's a sound effect. I'm gonna try turning sound effects up so we can hear it better.
The theory, at least.
Because it might be.
Radio waves aren't just great for transmitting sound, images, and energy across large distances, but with this radio-controlled boat, they can also be used to transport people. If you're here on the Helios, then you've already enjoyed a voyage on one of these. They are unmanned vessels, controlled automatically via radio signals. Less risky in case of malfunction and subsequent drowning. Not that there was ever much risk. That is to say, you're safely here, aren't you? So, all's well.
Okay, Wardenclyffe announces success. Resonance with other dimension. Only Tesla knows how it works. Dawn of free energy. Is Tesla violating the law of conservation of energy? Free energy threatens thousands of energy jobs. Riots expected. I've always been kind of bothered by the whole, like, threatens thousands of jobs thing. It's like, eventually we, as humanity, we really should be automating ourselves out of most menial jobs. And switching over to entirely, like, science or creative careers, ideally. I mean, imagine if everybody could just kind of work on fun things and, like, create new stuff. We get a lot more done than, you know, drudgery.
When I discovered the X-ray, we would have wonderful times in the lab shooting each other with the thing. Blackened silhouettes on the walls, capturing a single moment of playtime for all eternity. That is, of course, until we realized that X-rays are quite harmful. This machine makes the whole process much safer, though far less fun. My first Tesla tower at Wardenclyffe was a huge success. I always knew that my dream of free energy transmitted wirelessly across the globe would be a resounding success. What I did not foresee was the hunger of the human race, its gluttony for more electricity. Wireless transmission of power, that's the easy part. Finding that power in the first place, now there's the tricky bit.
Okay. Yeah, light. I'm just looking at these because they're kind of fun. Tesla coils, which I have kind of a weird background with Tesla coils, as I used to play an obscene amount of Red Alert when I was growing up. Still haven't done a series on those games. Someday I will. Earthquake machine. That's disconcerting. So whenever I think Tesla coils, I do not think about free energy. I think entirely of zapping random mooks as they walk along the field because Tesla towers are fun.
Full of scientists in the middle of the ocean. What could possibly go wrong?
Quite a lot, apparently.
What the?
Oh, is everybody wearing weird masks?
Hello? Anyone?
Oh, they only have a couple different types of masks. I was really hoping there would be a unique one for every single.
What the hell?
Rose? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but what the hell am I doing here? If you didn't write the letter, who did? It's in your handwriting and everything.
This is gonna sound weird, but it might have been me. Not present me, but future me. I know how crazy that sounds, but I promise I can explain everything. Let's rendezvous in my apartment. From there we'll escape together, okay?
Escape from what, exactly?
It's not safe here, Rose. It's spreading throughout the ship. I'll tell you everything when we meet up in my apartment. You need to grab a Faraday keycard from the check-in desk there in the main hall. They're kept in a wall-mounted safe. The combination should be written down somewhere nearby. The keycard will automatically take the elevator to the right district. Did you get all that?
Yeah. Open safe, get keycard, use elevator, meet in your apartment. I got it.
Great. I won't be able to reach you on the radio for a bit, so just get there and stay safe, okay?
Fine. But when you get there, I'm expecting some answers. Deal?
Deal. Oh, and sis? Even if I can't explain why or how you got here, really am grateful that you're here. See you soon.
See you soon, sis.
Mask, Biolabs. An engraving on the side reads, Biolabs anonymity mask. Return to Wardenclyffe representative. Interesting. I love the masks. I love the idea of, you know, weirdly, like, enforced anonymity and just, like, everybody wearing cool masks. I think Hollow Knight kind of instilled that in my head, like, the idea of this mask being a second identity for you. Like, that's really cool. And I really appreciate that. This is less cool. Ship mask security. An engraving on the inside reads, Ship security anonymity mask. Return to Wardenclyffe representative. So this is for security personnel. I do not like that nearly as much as the other ones. Not at all. Mathematician Elmira Sanger, now part of the Wardenclyffe Corporation, mankind's best gather aboard the Helios. New breakthroughs in dimensional physics. Universities united in a protest after Wardenclyffe attracts yet another scientist from their ranks. I mean, didn't pan out so well, but the idea of a weird scientific utopia is also very exciting. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm overly affected by life. So what is this? An engraving on the inside reads Tech Labs Anonymity Mask. Return to a Wardenclyffe representative. Cool. I still wish each character had like a unique mask. And, you know, by figuring out whose mask belongs to who, you can like suss out the mystery or something of like who and what's going on. Oh, that would be really cool someday. Do a D&D campaign or a video game where effectively you have a whole bunch of different NPCs and they're all wearing masks. You know, you might have Hogshead, Demon, Fire Elemental, blah, blah, blah. So everybody has a different mask and you have no idea who they are. And you, by figuring out who is wearing the mask, you can, like, further the mystery somehow, like, solve it, because otherwise it's just like, okay, so who's, you know, who's the person behind Hogshead, and why are they doing what they do, and by figuring that out, you can get closer to some kind of truth. It'd be hard to write, but it'd be cool. Anyway, Eric, remember to write down the new safe code when you change it. Margaret had come all the way from the tech labs just to reset the safe mechanism last week. She wasn't pleased. Don't mess up again. Current code, 142.
Oh, that must be the safe. Now to get it open.
There we go. Okay, we get the Faraday District key card.
Bingo. A key card for the elevator.
I would grab all of those, to be honest. Also, why are there birds in here? Like, I don't see an opening yet.
Shit!
Also, those are seagulls making, like, crow and or raven noises. Which is kind of confusing. So is this... This is probably Prometheus Unchained. There's some, like, placard that we can look at this. No. Yeah, that's definitely supposed to be Prometheus. I was really surprised that the birds were just hanging out on Prometheus's thigh, just being like, cool. Oh, they got mercs. What else do we have around here? I want to be thorough about finding everything, but I also want to move fast. It's a bit of a mix in these games. But I think, let's hop on this elevator, and then at least call it quits for now. Anything in this? No. Oof. I am a sluggy person. I really wish you moved, like, just twice as fast.
All right. Hope this works.
So is that the end of a chapter? Wow. They're short, I guess. That doesn't kind of make sense, though. Each room has kind of light puzzles, some storytelling, nice background information to kind of explain what's going on, and then you just move on. Yep. The home of Hestia. Cool. Well, let's go back to the main menu. It's kind of nice that it actually gives me that option. I don't want to have, like, I don't want to have it, like, give me some more hook for me to keep going. Because, at least for now, I'm gonna leave it where it is. It's interesting, and I like where it is. There's some, like, technical issues that kind of mar it a little bit, specifically the speed. The kind of feeling of being really zoomed in, it might be the field of view. And, just how close you have to get to anything to interact with it, it feels kind of awkward. But that might just be one of those that, like, it just differs from other games, and I just have to get used to it. I'm not sure. But I appreciate the similarities to BioShock and Prey. And, you know, without any kind of, like, bloating. Or combat. It works fine without combat. I do hope the puzzles get a little bit more in depth, because as they currently are, it's pretty simple. at least for now. But anyway, I love the visual design. The audio isn't bad, and the voice acting wasn't terrible. Though it sounded like they didn't actually set it in the scene. You know, when we were reacting to the guy like banging it against the elevator door, it sounded very immediate and enclosed. Like, you know, I guess if I just did the voice acting from here and they didn't like, you know, add any kind of reverb for the fact that she's shouting into an elevator or you know, an empty room or anything like that. But that's weird. It just stood out to me as something odd. And usually, I guess I just don't even notice it, but in that case I did. Anyway, otherwise, like, it does look really neat. And yeah, I enjoy what if situations, you know, kind of the world of tomorrow. But, you know, way back then. I love that kind of storytelling, that kind of plot scene. It's always interesting seeing what people conceive of, like, what could have happened if society had gone a different way, and certain amounts of techno magic, you know, suspension of disbelief actually existed. You know, for example, alternate dimensions or weird, like, sun ghosts. I don't really know. Either way, I don't know. I'm an absolute sucker for that sort of thing. But I guess with that, if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. Helps more than you know, and it lets me know if you want to see more. Because, yeah, I could go either way on this one. Because I could play more, or we could move on to the one of the many, many other indie games that I have sitting on my plate. You get to decide. So with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.